And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Wilson on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Ndamukong Suh continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Now Wilson on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this. It got his man. Complete. A gain of 39 that time.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down, and that is incomplete. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
You can say a lot of things about the great play of Kiko Alonso, but the #1 thing you will say, he will hit you.
Now Wilson, and his throw here's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. On third down, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. Now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, second down. Time to feature the offensive starters, and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out of Louisville with a guy who was known as a mature receiver. Runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of a route and go get the football.
It's a gain of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one. A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They run again with Ajayi. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. And a look at Seattle's defense.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people are going to look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that plan any down.
And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And his throw is incomplete. Back now with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the leg.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, 27 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here's Tannehill. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone. It
always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
From the gun on third down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he's got him. It's the tight end, Cameron. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
They come out here in the eye. Tannehill now, they give to Ajayi. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments would the offense make to try to defeat you?
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, Tannehill steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They run with Ajayi. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Back to throw, Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 6. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. On second down, here's Tannehill. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
To throw is Tannehill, and he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Now it's Tannehill, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jordan Cameron in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now Wilson finding time. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And some space here. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 98 yards. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's Wilson. Complete outright to Kurz. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Wilson on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And Ndamukong Suh in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On second down, Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. fresh set of downs here. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, three that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were locked to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all three could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams. They got a young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. First down, this is Rawls. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you're...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. Here's Ajayi. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Back now in Miami. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Second down following the run. This is Ajayi. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And that pickup on the 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Officially, no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Tannehill looking to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to run with a J. And this one will... And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Davian Williams, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tannehill going to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Paul Richardson, 77 yards. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll run it here. And the cutback to the sideline. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jay Ajayi taking it in. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.